Good evening, everyone. Welcome. After a little bit of a break again, we're back. And I did not even stream, I did not even share the stream yet. And we got Calestra with a new membership. Thanks a lot, man. Asking for tier list part 2. It was, of course, a little bit of a carnage there with the tier list. As if I asked for it with the title of the video. But I learned something. First of all, saying that doing something is bad and then still doing it is not particularly smart, especially when people don't listen to you. I thought it was rather being done for fun and giggles. But okay. And beyond that, I learned something else, and that is that for the next tier list, I will have to do something very different. I will not be able to do a tier list of all the tanks out there anymore, because that is completely useless. I will have to rank the tanks better in a way that I can actually have some fixed criteria to judge each tank. That will be necessary. I did not want to put in so much effort into this video because I thought, okay, it's actually just, you know, just a bit of an introduction for the various tanks. And the final ranking doesn't really matter that much. I mean, that's what I tried to point out at the start. But in the end, I should still do it a bit differently and then try to just narrow it down on the goal. First of all, on the perspective of the player judging it, like for whom is it for what goal am I judging, or maybe to just have some kind of point value that I give to every tank based on, like, if it is for each goal, let's say like that. I could also, or what I should definitely do is to then narrow it down in terms of just judging a certain tank class only. So let's say only the tier 10 heavy tanks. And then I judge the ease of play style, the fun. It's also sometimes some kind of judgment that plays a role. Then I can judge the damage dealing potential, the win ring potential as well, and 1v1 potential. Stuff like that. I would still have to go into detail and just come up with some criteria for that. Then it would be a lot better, but that of course would also mean a lot more effort. And I thought, okay, I would get away with a quick video that is more of a stream style. I mean, I'm not getting 60k views for my tier list. So it's a bit more, yeah, I mean, just doing it as a hobby and then putting in like 10 hours for a video is really, But I'm a perfectionist. I want to have it in a good way. And I was actually, despite me being confident enough in saying, okay, if I get some bad criticism from people who I don't really care about that much, who don't like my video, that's fine for me. I don't mind. But if I'm actually not happy with what I've put out, then that's a bit more of a of an issue to me personally. Okay, let me just quickly tag people on Discord as well. Good. Now people can come in. Let's go for the official server as well. All right. So let me just, first of all, I will still have to connect the iPad real quick. No. And get the chat to the front. I did not even say hi to everyone yet. I mean, wait. Where's my iPad stand? Ah, hidden. Much better now. Good. Man, I've not been playing much in the last days, as I've been gone. Just spent some days with my girlfriend and been to a birthday party. And yeah, that was also quite a nice weekend. So, okay, let me just quickly pop out the chat to the front. I'll still address the chat for a second before getting to the actual topic of the stream. So, German WoTB, hi to you, hi to Chef Mario, Battlesport. Dieter, moini. Kann ich sagen, dass ich den VK90 inzwischen sehr overpowered und finde. Right. So Dieter is saying he thinks the VK90 is OP and still you don't like it? Huh? You don't like it being OP, or you don't like the playstyle of it? What is your issue with the tank there? I think it is pretty strong, but it has been on a stronger level, especially before calibrated shells get buffed. And also some other characteristics changed. I think the armor was nerfed a little bit on the turret, not entirely sure. Although I do like it, just that I don't really enjoy playing it all that much. Hey, Mario actually saying, I think the tier list is the best out there, thank you. Yeah, I could get most of the criticism from people who did not really watch the video, actually. There was a big problem that I noticed, that people were actually just skipping ahead, going to the end result, trying to just skip the 1 hour explanation of everything. And first of all, the first 3 minutes where I say that the whole thing following was just nonsense, basically, or just to be taken with a grain of salt. That, of course, was not being watched by the majority of people. Then people tried to just simply judge the graph and could see that they could not see much at all because it was a bit chaotic. That criticism is absolutely true there. I could not make it work in a way that it was possible to see every single tank properly, because with this website that I used there, it is not possible to change the size of the icons. That's a big problem there. And of course I could... What else could you do in order to fix that? You could just set names to different points, or I could animate the whole thing in post-production. Just a few hours it would take. It would not be too much of an issue for me. I could also just do the whole thing in a graphics program and just edit it live. That would also make things a bit more visible, but I don't know, maybe that would have been a better choice of doing things. But the thing is, I did not really intend people to just take the graph, screenshot it and share it somewhere, because that, in my opinion, is just rather useless. And honestly, there were some mistakes involved as well in the terms of judging light tanks to be easier to play than heavy tanks, while I just judged them based on, okay, this light tank is easier than other light tanks. But in total, of course, a light tank is harder to play than a heavy tank, which I judged to be harder compared to other heavies. So the whole graph was just a bit skewed. That did not work. Anyways. Well, in the end, it was mostly about the introduction of tanks to people who don't have them yet. And I hope that some people actually watched the video like that, to just learn something about the tanks specifically, not the whole overview there. Tips for mediums. Should I play M48, FV42 or T62? I guess if you're asking like that, you probably don't have that many tanks in your garage yet. Go for the M48 because it's the easier one. Easiest among those as well. And after that maybe T62. FV42 is a hash tank. If you want to play it with a hash gun. Of course it has two guns. You have a heat gun as well. That is also not bad. But you can also play it with a heat gun if you are on an average level still, and you might enjoy it as well. I personally think the only real reason to play the FV42 is to go for the hash gun, but that requires a lot of experience with ammunition choice and aiming. General tips for mediums. I mean, if you're an aggressive player, you should probably get the M48 rather first. Also, hi Krato, privyet to our fella with an Arab name. Let me see if my bot can translate that. Ahmed Al-Sam. Also another Chinese name, Night Shadow. Oh, it's actually saying the same in English. Hi. Hi, good riddance. Hi, Anvil. Hi, Lively. Hi, Addy. Okay. Let me actually start with the topic of the stream, I guess. So, we are about to go for some Heaviums today. We've had streams for easy heavy tanks, we've had streams for autoloaders, auto-reloaders, mediums, light tanks and TDs in the past weeks. Today we're going for the Heaviums, where we do have mainly the T95E6, the Object 260, the Chieftain definitely as well, and the FV215B. I think that's it. That's it. By the way, you can see big chunky tank. Of course, I cannot talk about it yet, but it is out there and you can look up the stats on whatever website, Blitzkit. This tank is almost also a Heavium. I mean, I could take it in here. I think I will, because it already is quite fast and doesn't have a lot of hit points, so it kind of characterizes as a Heavium. And then the VZ maybe as well, or I mean, even IS-4 is a Heavium nowadays. Okay, that's it. 50B technically is also a Heavium. And Streetswagen K. Oh my gosh, I have to play the most awful tank of all of them. Oh no. I won't go for it too much. So, first of all, what is a Heavium? Anvil is also asking. I need to characterize this. First of all, before we are starting, a Heavium is a tank that is a mixture of heavy and medium. Medium, Heavium. It is a tank that cannot, or can mostly not really be played frontally against heavy tanks. There it would be too weak. So you need to be a bit more creative on a playstyle, you need to flank around, and if you are just supporting the mediums, that's when the main strength is playing out here. The Heaviums, I mean, they are almost as fast as a medium, having better DPM than other heavy tanks. Not quite as good as the mediums, but with the hit point difference you are making up for the lack of DPM, you're having a higher alpha damage than most mediums. And you have enough mobility to chase out mediums and kill them very easily. If the enemies misplay, that has to be mentioned there. A medium tank player that is playing in a proper way, does not get caught in the open, does spot properly and run away from heavy tanks, but might not be able to push the heavy side then. So if you are going up against the mediums, you're generally having a very good chance of winning games, and for that reason alone, Heaviums are great win rate tanks and also often great win rate farming tanks, also because of the reason of them being able to outrun other heavies, so they can just escape and farm some damage again. That is the main characteristic of the Heaviums. Problem is when the enemy mediums don't go to the medium side, or your mediums just die immediately, and then you have to either flank around and you are not really able to support your tanks, your heavy side, or you're having to go for the heavy side because everyone goes for the heavy side. In that case, you're also having a tank that is not in the best situation and is pretty weak up frontally against some super heavies and the like. Some tanks do have some more armor, others have less. E6, for example, doesn't have a lot of hull armor, can still side scrape a little bit, can go hull down, is really phenomenal at the moment. Really the best, one of the best tanks. It's absolutely amazing. Great accuracy, great DPM, 10 degrees of gun depression. The cupola got buffed not too long ago. It's really bouncy nowadays. Really an amazing tank, but it requires some skill because the turret is not super well armored, neither is the hull, and you need to be a bit better on the positioning. IS-4 is an easier one, just not having the highest potential compared to the E6 because it lacks accuracy and DPM. 260 is also very similar to the E6 but doesn't have gun depression. It's still a bit more bouncy on the hull. I also love it a lot because of the accuracy and gun handling in general, but it's just not quite as good as the E6. Still a lot of fun. Then you have the FE215B, a tank that has hash on the HE instead of, I mean, it's still HE hash, but it has 170mm penetration if you're going for calibrated shells, or 184 even, so you can penetrate the sides of E100, and every tank can be HE'd into the side basically. Really, really strong for damage output there, especially against tanks with the reactive armor. Then you have the Chieftain that has less armor than the FE215B, but it has the advantage of having 10 degrees of gun depression, great gun depression. Therefore, it has hash as premium rounds, so you can hash everyone into the front or side and have really good damage output, but you are restricted in farming, and also you are not able to side scrape at all. You really need some skill in order to make this work. It is one of the best tanks, not quite on top of the very best, but it's very, very strong. But it requires a lot of skill to make it work, especially because you only have hash as premium ammunition and no premium rounds with a lot of penetration. And you have to play for the hull on spots, you have to play for the mobility. You cannot make this tank work in cities all that well. It's really a big struggle there. I could also see some comment about the Chieftain a bit earlier there, that someone said that the Chieftain isn't that good. That mostly probably means that that person is not on the level yet. The Chieftain can be played very well, but I absolutely admit that it is not easy to play, and the beginner is not going to enjoy this tank. The average player is also probably just not going to enjoy it all that much. Maybe if you like switching around ammunition and like the extra challenge, then this tank is for you. Otherwise not. And the VZ, kind of meh, doesn't have reliable armor. Does a bit of everything, but not really anything great. Then the VZ 113 does have more armor, great DPM, not the best accuracy. Then the 50B with a clip, of course, very vulnerable, and the Streetswagen with nothing. We will get there later on. I will just play 1, 2, 3. How many tanks do I have? 9 tanks, so I can play each tank 3 games in today's stream. Maybe I can play some tanks more than 3 games and not play the Streetswagen all that much. Hey, Ominous as well. Deep Purple. That's sad. Okay. Let's go. It's a bit weird to play again after... Well, I've played a bit yesterday, but really not much in the last days. Celeste saying he prefers 260 over IS-4. I 100% agree. It's so much more enjoyable with that gun. I personally hate that IS-4. It can still be played though. Okay, we don't have any medium to the right side, but enemies also only have one medium. Nice. Is he really trying this? Oh my gosh, this dude. GG. G freaking and G. Okay, he HEs me. He can do that. No! Bah. Come on. Right. Where on earth is the 183 that they are having? Is he right behind here? VK 72 camping. Can I, please? Nope. Let's train ammo choice a little bit. Okay, that's been the 183 in the bush over there. Let's go for blind shot, and actually I'm going to ignore the VK-72. WT, you're going to get smacked really hard. Next super heavy stream? I could do that. I want to move up here. Nice. Ah. Why are you turning? Oof. Okay, let's hide from the VK-72. Because I will definitely take some more shots here. Actually, I just almost died. I mean, if the VK and the 114 and both hit me, yep. I might have died, especially with tungsten rounds of the VK. Hi Simon, saying he can't manage 113 middle turret, no depression. Yeah, that's a bit of a difficulty, of course, making this tank a bit tricky to play. That's also why I put it onto the slightly harder side of tanks on my tier list, but still among the Heaviums, I would say it's one of the easier ones. Especially as you can side scrape and out DPM the enemies so nicely. And you have turret armor. Reliable turret armor, actually, kind of. Is my ping higher than usual? Yes. 100. It's not standard for me. Yesterday evening, my ping also went up to 700, which is really rare. But I don't notice it while playing, yeah. Ah. C is already getting capped. This tells me that I should not be staying here, honestly. Yeah, worth taking the hit. Ah, okay. Ouch. Oh, FE405. I thought I was fine here. And I cannot freaking... Okay, I should have used heat there. Cannot spot the FE. Lost way too many hit points on the cross here. Okay, I do notice the ping. Okay, did not get spotted. Nice to know that he's there. Oh, come on, teammates. How did they all die? No, what the hell? Stop dying. What? Okay, for sure. For sure, man. Oh, we killed 183 over here. And for that we lost 6 tanks. But as you're talking about the ping, let me actually just reconnect the Wi-Fi and restart the game. Ah, there's also something else I should be doing. And that something is that I spent a lot of hours yesterday, the day before, just organizing my files and searching for a cloud storage. And I found one. I found a perfect cloud storage for my purposes. And it still takes a day to upload everything. So 100 gigabytes have already uploaded, and I need another day for the remaining 100 gigabytes. So let me actually pause that upload there. And then hopefully that gets me rid of the ping problems. Yeah, of course. Yesterday I also was in the midst of an upload. Why on earth is the music so loud suddenly? Good job, game. Okay. Ping is lower. Yep, that's fine now. That was it. The confusing part was that I was not uploading from my iPad but from PC. But I intended to stop that. Anyways. Nice shot there. Oh, he did not spot me. But I cannot stay here, honestly. Can we go for B, or is that way too risky? This is honestly not great for me. I will still try. The thing is, I'm kind of stuck in the middle, and if the enemies are pushing the left side, which they are definitely able to do, then I will get shot into my back. So we should try to make some very quick progress over here before the mediums are arriving from behind. Nice. Nah. The question is if my teammates are actually supporting. Doesn't really look like it. No. Wait, they're turning back. I see some heavy tanks moving over. I don't know if that's going to work out. I'm not that confident in that. This game is so weird right now. My teammates are all playing solo games, all doing completely different stuff that is not working out as it is. Everyone has some different plan here. How about we just kill the right side, as I am pretty sure we're losing the left. Let's go kill the Kranwagen. Maybe has 2 shots loaded, probably not 3. But I have to be afraid from... Oh, he actually reloaded the whole clip. I have to be afraid from Hori and also the T-57. But I believe they moved over to the medium side. There he is, okay. Okay, he could have killed me there. It's a shame that the Hori is still alive. Can mouse kill him, maybe? I should honestly not peek at him. But kind of have to. Man, that's not great. No. Oh my gosh, no. I mean, there's a slight chance of winning. Oh no! Ah, no, it's lost. And it's like... Can't get him and the bad shit, nah. Man, so many low hit point tanks because every single tank on my team was fighting another opponent. It wasn't all that bad to help out the medium side, but why do so in the middle of the game when we're already about to give it up? That doesn't make any sense. But hey, that's been T95E6. Next one. About the clusters, honestly, I would not care. I could sometimes hear people say, like, you only win on this cluster, and some platoon mate, honestly, he messed up every game because he was so focused on being on the wrong cluster. He reconnected this game 3 times and YOLO'd into the enemies thinking that there was no way of winning with this cluster. And he gave up and I never platooned with him again. That's my experience with those kind of people. So, nothing against you, but just be careful when talking about clusters and stuff. You might not have any real proof for that or any valid reason to believe that it actually makes you play worse. Or that the teams would be worse or so. Or the ping, I don't know. Or good. Okay. Very nice. Honestly, I don't know why this tank is not the attack tree instead of the IS-7. Would make a lot more sense after the IS-8. You can see also, just like the E6, you do have the stabilization thingy. So minimum dispersion. As long as you're moving slower than 15 kilometers per hour, which you get past quite quickly if you are having a heavier tank that is that fast. But still, it's nice to have. You have nice accuracy. Problem is you have APCR on this tank, so not the best penetration values. Ah! Crap. Okay, teammates have him. Let's shoot the rear. Fuel tank already damaged. I repaired this fuel tank. Sure. By the way, this tank can reverse side scrape as well. That's quite nice about it. It's a bit of a fancy tank that is fast, that can reverse side scrape, that has a pike nose and an accurate gun. It's good, but it's hard to play. I personally am the kind of player who just loves the challenge. I really enjoy playing this one. Although I don't play it all the time because there are simply better ones like the E6 or so. But I do somehow this tank is some... I always, even before it's been as good as it is right now, I liked it. Just for its specific playstyle. Fancy tank. Also hi F, hi Epic Gamer. What Blitz Ediger. Hi to Fusilier as well and Sergey Privyet, but please speak English on the chat because I can not translate that in my head. I need a bot for that, and everyone else will not understand you either. Oh, my chat turned on again. Yeah, I'm just playing typical heavy position right now. By the way, you may notice that I'm playing calibrated shells on this tank. Because I think you're just often struggling with the pen as you are not having much gun depression. And with calibrated shells you can play against heavies quite nicely. Oh, come on. What am I actually going to do? Am I just moving away? I think that would be best. The E100 is really irrelevant, and there are 2 TDs to hold him up anyways, but they are not going to help me push him. So in the best case, I help the other side where my teammates are at a disadvantage at the moment. I think T57 is a pretty nice target here. Also -2. At least. Let's shoot the rear. And make sure he's not going to escape. T62 is running, KPZ is dying. I think I can just move back to the heavy side here. As they are pushing onto my TDs, I can shoot their rear. I guess. Yes. No. Nice. Good moment for him to turn there. Yep, let's take it with pride. Okay, I can already move towards the mediums because the Mino is on a pretty long reload anyways. Okay. Good. Got off. Mino has him. Let's go for E100. Nice. One more, please. Good. Yeah, just about my positioning still. I know we had a medium lineup, but honestly, I just did not really care because I already had most team moving to the medium side, and honestly, I'm not like always medium side. I just like to see what's happening because mostly there are some players going heavy side anyways, and it's easier to just get some damage in and then still relocate as I did. I am mostly basing my playstyle based on the information that I collect, not simply always going for the same side, especially if there are so many tanks already going medium side. But this one is, of course, as all the tanks I'm playing today, a great tank for just going for the medium side with. Generally, that's the easier thing to do. Especially in platoon, you should not really go for the heavy side, I guess, unless everyone's going there, because you can be very aggressive on the medium side then. Oh, very nice. How not to spot. Very dangerous first spot, by the way. Can work out sometimes, but honestly... Oh, what's... oh, okay, there's a lot of... What? 920... 926, that was an awful trade. Yeah, okay. We need to push down because we are losing the top. So we need to make sure we win the left side, but I have to stay away from the right. Very nice. Actually, I don't want to take any shots here. No, oh my gosh. Ah! Ah! That hurts. So much about not wanting to take any shots. That did not exactly work out. Ah! Oh no. I knew there was someone over there. I thought he was in the bush. Unexpectedly not getting spotted there because there was a little tree in front of him. But okay, I think I played 3 on the 260 and we can go on for the next one. Ah, Duckman is also here now. Hi. And who else? Sergey? You've already said hi, right? I've said hi to you. Well, you spoke Russian. Yes. INP, good evening to you as well. Let's go on to the tech tree version of the 260. Hi Pete as well. Now I've got level 1, I think. Okay, where are we going? Right, okay, let's actually speed boost spot a bit more aggressively. Oh, should not turn my turret to the side. There might be a medium in the bush. Might have been. So definitely worth already pointing the gun towards that side. To not get shot into the side. But it looks like no one's here. Look at this awful accuracy. Okay, E6 is in a pretty bad spot there. This guy is... Oh my... This is... Problem. Kran is hull down and aiming for me. He's perfectly hull down. Oh my god, I cannot push here. I'm in crossfire. But the Foch did a huge mistake. Oh my gosh, he should not have done this. Okay. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, Man, why don't I just aim? Why don't I just aim? Good. Okay, are they all coming now? Okay, I wanted to avoid that actually. Oh, what is one shot? GG. Tortoise. He actually bounced off everything. Crazy. No. No, no, no. Okay, that was not particularly smart by the 183, to be honest. In order to win the game, he should have probably just ignored me. But okay, he got me. And I will just wait a second because the game seems to be almost over, and then I can just go for IS-4 again. You could see the big problem here already with the IS-4. Bad turret traverse, bad accuracy. It's still pretty good if you are facing enemies frontally. And you can get up close to them fairly easily with the mobility that it has. But sometimes you're not having the chance and then you're suffering with the accuracy. Akima, hi. Today is not a tank request stream, unfortunately, but I did stream Hori for an entire session already, and I also did stream the TD, all the TDs, in an exclusive stream that you can find some Hori games for sure as well. Today I will go for Heaviums as on the title. Okay. Hi, Luis. Do I go medium sides? Yeah. Will be pretty hard to win the heavy side when we are not having any advantage there. Stalemate on the heavy side, while we have a disadvantage on the medium side. So in the worst case, I mean, if everyone was going their way, we would automatically lose the medium side. And not win the heavy side either, most likely. Are there any enemies? Yes. Nice. Someone messed up spotting here. No! Oh my gosh. Really? Only pens like that. Good. Okay, that's been a big gun. Accuracy of doom. And he actually comes back to trade. Why so? Oh no! Okay, okay, I'll take it back. Makes sense. I was too ambitious there. Hi, John Black. Greetings to New Zealand. From Germany. Alvin, hi. Asking for the best tanks for esports. What are the... I mean, you can basically look at the last season. You can find the streams here on this channel. AMX M4 is quite popular. Super Conqueror. Then the T100 LT and Hori. Sometimes the Kranwagen as well. Yeah. Rhinoceronte sometimes as well, but that's not that popular. E6 and Chieftain have sometimes been played as well, but mostly the tanks with the reactive armor. So AMX, M4, the Super Conqueror, Hori, and LT for spotting. Honestly, I messed up here. I was just counting on my support, on my teammate support there. I thought we had such a nice opportunity of just pushing up there. I was too much in the zone and not paying enough attention. I was like, okay, I can push out the freaking Sheridan, and then I'm down there where I can keep the Conway spotted. My teammates can still shoot him. And if I distract the enemies, if I just turn them around, then my teammates could theoretically just go forwards and push onto them. I had some teammates on B, but they did not do so. E100? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not E100. Everyone penetrates the front with calibrated shells and heat. That's... I mean, if you are asking about random quick tournaments, you might go for it. But playing a super heavy in a tournament is also not an easy task. You need to be having the right amount of aggression. Unlike what I just did, but... But you need to be fairly aggressive in a super heavy without dying, so it's difficult unless you have a team going full super heavy on Dynasty's Pearl. But I would recommend going for the meta tanks of like AMX M4 Super Conqueror, because those don't get penetrated into the turret all that easily. Or are you asking about random games? Random games or tournaments? Because you asked about esports players specifically. Because in random games, the good tanks are very different to the tournament tanks. And there are completely different preferences as well, depending on the goals that people have. It's like some people, like myself, enjoy the very fast tanks. The light tanks mostly, because in general tournament players have a high level and know how to play tactically, how to play challenging tanks. Or someone wants to die here. Okay, maybe I can sneak in a shot over there as he's running. Okay, that's not working out. We need to do something. Not worth... yeah, problem. Nice. But we're losing this right flank. We have a lot of teammates to the left side there, so we need to get them engaged and fighting. In the best case, I think I will stay here even. Make the enemies come towards me, and then if they are coming out, my teammates can shoot them. It's just a problem if I'm in the middle between them. But I want them to come. I want them to go for me. Let's shoot the Kranwagen, he's lower on hit points. And 200 would have been even better. Okay, good. Okay, this game is a bit more challenging. But still, I'm not in trouble at all here. Maybe, don't know. There was still a third one. Ah, he's still on C. And those fellas are probably dead before I arrive. Okay, nice. Speed boost is back in 10 seconds. It's also going to help. Go on. Nice. And it should be grey as I'm using calibrated shells here on the IS-4 as well. Alvin's asking about a ranked and 1v1 tournament. Or 1v1 and tournament. I think those are very different categories, and there we are getting back to the problems of the tier list. As there is not like a one tank for all of them, probably. In ranked games, you need to be able to out-trade opponent. I mean, in ranked games, you're mostly facing a lot of tanks with armor, so the tournament tanks do quite well there, but you cannot push in properly. In a tournament, if you are having a good team, you want to push in, or you want a tank that is capable of pushing in, so an AMX M4 with a lot of hit points and reactive armor does really well at that. Super Conqueror, not quite as good, but it's almost as good. The Super Conqueror is better at farming and out-trading though, because it has more gun depression and it has a more reliable gun. So it would be a better tank for ranked games. And 1v1s probably as well. Yeah, also it has nice HE penetration. that can HE the back end side of an AMX M4. So yeah, in tournaments, the M4 is at the moment probably the best one. In ranked or in 1v1, I guess the Super Conqueror is better, but even better would probably be an auto reloader, like a Rhino or Kranwagen even. Yeah, Kranwagen most likely because of that great turret. And Clipper tank. You can just shoot one and reload 3 shots again and push in. You can just trade down the enemy a bit and then push in. For ranked games as well, the Kranwagen is really strong. Rhinoceronte is strong. In ranked games, it's again a bit more important that you have some kind of mobility at least, so you can run array if your teammates are messing up. So there I would say I would not really go for the Super Conqueror or the AMX M4. I would rather go for Kran, Rhinoceronte. So I like some light tanks, but I think that's probably not everyone's thing. So those two, yes, I guess those would be my preferred choices there for like reliable choices. There are different tanks that you can play, but for that you need some skill then. Like I absolutely enjoy the 2100 LT in ranked games. FE215B as well.
3 from Darkman. Coof time.
Coof time? Coof time? Goofy time. Thank you. Also, Giorgio. Giovanni Giorgio. Good evening. And anything else? Gunslinger, hi to you as well. How people are getting Type 5. It's currently a test tank, so only testers do have access to it. For that you need to be in a testing clan or testing program or CC like myself, so I'm also included in tests then. None of the testers can or are allowed to talk about the tanks without losing them. So you can still find some information on Blitzkit or even Blitzstars, or just check some profiles if you want some first impression of the strength. But of course all characteristics are still subject to changes. Nice shot. Okay, I feel like we are losing the right side while we're having a massive advantage on the left. I just need my teammates to move up. They're doing so right now, so let's go behind here. You can see the great strength of the FE215B that lies in the HE, of course. You know what? I'm currently in the middle between 2 tanks, which is not great. So I'm trying to run array a little bit here. Can you stop focusing me?
The gun's been damaged. We've lost accuracy. Enemy armor is hit.
Thanks to the teammates for taking him out. No.
The engine's damaged.
83 seconds without a driver and an engine. Why? Oh my gosh, okay, that was bad.
Our fuel tank's hit.
Okay, please don't set me on fire now. I would be pissed. Okay, KPZ is dead. Insane mobility. One rep kit for the win. Okay, that's rare. FE215B is really a fun tank, but it's not easy to play. It's just... I would say it is also definitely one of the best. As Giorgio is just asking again there. Best Heavium I would say is the E6. For sure at the moment. FV215B is very close behind there than the Chieftain, I would say. But none of them are easy to play. So if you're not on a good level yet, then you're not going to agree with that ranking. Again, to the topic of nonsense of tier lists and one scale rankings. It just doesn't work to just say this is best, this is worst. E6 has the highest potential, but it's also quite vulnerable, and if you are not on the level of playing a hull down tank, then you're not going to enjoy it, then you would rather play an IS-4. Maybe 113, but there again you have a middle turret, that's also not the easiest ever.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit.
Excuse me? Why are you that aggressive and not getting punished properly? Nope. I'm afraid of enemy TDs, but surprisingly they are not shooting me. Oh! Brah. Come on. There we go. But I'm getting crossfired from the medium side. 400 damage, that could be Leo. There's 183, alright. I don't think there is any TD covering those guys to the side here. Let's just push over. Push over and beyond. Just a problem if they're still E4 maybe. Good. Doesn't really look like it. Yeah, okay, of course I'm not aiming properly, but I want to get hull down again and not stand in the open. And this guy, I don't know. I mean, he's playing hull down, but apart from that, I have no clue what he's actually trying to achieve in that spot. Way too passive. Has a perfect hull down tank and plays in the back when he could just play to the front and just absolutely obliterate my little tank without any gun depression and armor.
We've damaged them.
Nice. Oh, very nice. Oh yeah, FV215B is a pleasure to play. As said, it's pretty difficult, but it can be so much fun. Nice. The thing is, with the HE, you have something that gets you to a high skill cap, meaning the potential is very high, and if you have skill, then it is being rewarded. That is something I really love about tanks, so I'm a great fan of hash tanks in general.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Take that.
Armor is damaged.
He gets to kill me still because me no missed. Hi, Nuclear. Hi, Boomerito. Hi, Lynn Brown. Good evening. Elvin saying, I want to be eSportler. I have 44k battles and 61% win rate. My name is Sajo. That I need a certain name because eSporter player have certain. No, man. You need to be good with the game. That's all you need. And the overall win rate doesn't matter. It would be nice if we could just select a certain name and you would be in a top team. But that's not how it works, unfortunately. Well, you need two things. You need a good level in random games for teams to take you. Then you need some tournament experience. And if you have both of that, you can work your way up in tournament teams to get to better teams as you are proceeding with your career. There will be a lot of disappointment, but it is It is really a lot of fun if you focus on esports and try to get good with it. It's a completely different discipline compared to random games, and you get to understand the game in a very different way again. That gets you beyond the casual Blitz YouTuber telling you which tank is best. Because you understand that each tank has some different strengths that are really working out in different scenarios, and you have to work as a team. Something that you don't really learn in random games. You can also make some great friends along the way. Like, you get to know people if you're playing together in a team. And with a bit of luck, you get some really nice guys among those. And you get to play platoon with them often. I mean, you should platoon with them anyways, for practice reasons. But yes, if you have time for it, I highly recommend starting with esports. Just don't focus on your overall win rate that much, no one really cares about that. Try to also increase your random stats. Try to really, I mean, if you want to start with esports, you need to be able to improve yourself, improve your gameplay, and be honest with your mistakes. So start with applying that to random games and just try to get to a good level in 30-day stats. That really helps with getting into better teams. Otherwise, you have to stick around bad teams for a long time. But yeah, of course, you can try to get into a mediocre team and work your way up. But be aware that it's most likely not working out, and there are always people who are not that motivated, and mostly the most motivated of any team to stick together and work their way up. Sometimes you switch to a completely different team. Be open to switching around a bit and getting to know some new stuff, getting some more experience with Blitz. And sometimes you're one of the worst players in a team and you're constantly benched, but you learn a lot. Then you get a lot of theoretical knowledge. Sometimes you're one of the better teams in a team. And then you get to play a much more important role. That can also be very nice. That gets you to learn a lot more practically. There are pros and cons to each. Depends on your commitment, I would say. Of course, if you really want to get good with the esports, then the best way is to play in the best teams that you can get. Let's try the truck here. I could already see one heavy tank moving over to the medium side, so I was immediately adjusting my position in a way that I could play a bit more passively here. And could just hold up enemies. I don't need to care about the cap. But we're having the advantage on the medium side with one light tank and a heavy against one light on the enemy side. Oh no, wrong ammo! Oh no! I misclicked. I wanted to go for APCR, and even that would have been a mistake, to be honest. Because I thought he had only 300 hit points, and I wanted to make sure to penetrate. For this one, I want APCR, because I need 2 shots. But it was the wrong opponent. So are the enemies just sitting there now? Okay, now it's coming. I can go for the side of E100 actually, or just try to kill this one before. Yep. E100 just shot. Let's use speed boost. I'm putting myself into a dangerous position here. Nice. I mean, if they all want to push me, then I might struggle. But I can side scrape with this tank to some degree at least. Oh. Bro gave up. Maybe ping? Or was he shooting someone else? Nice. Safe farming. Yeah, Duckman, Cora did message me. Why all pros have sweaty names like you? Nino is a sweaty name. Over time, you get more familiar with the fashion in Blitz, but you don't need a sweaty name. Some people have completely stupid names, and some change them all the time. Some stick to their original noob name forever. It's absolutely not about the name. But of course, esport players also think about it. Think about what is a cool sounding name if you have a streamer calling it out. Hoping that it sounds cool when I just say whatever name. To some degree. Probably never as cool as the way Rolling said it. But I guess that's fine. Nice one.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Ah,
Enemy armor is damaged.
man. Failed to switch ammo. Just one little break of a few days and I'm doing mistakes like that.
Damage them.
Oh, he could be dead. But he's dead now. Gotcha. Also, I recommend choosing your name wisely. The thing is, it's going to stick with you.
Enemy armor is hit.
I mean, even if you change it after, mostly people call you by the old name for a very long time. Until more people know you by the new name. Oh my gosh. How is he allowed to peek like that? Like seriously, he's not.
Destroyed.
But I almost died for it.
Go.
I might still die for it.
Bail out. This vehicle has had it.
Projector, man, what the hell? He just completely died for getting the shots into me. But I also died. Because no one here moved. They were all just staring at the enemies for so long. I thought they were just doing something. No. Yeah, trusting teammates. Don't do so. That's also just me being a bit distracted after a couple of days of break here. Okay, after F815B, I'll go on to the Chieftain. Deep Purple having same username in all games.
Time to roll out.
Yeah, you can absolutely do so. I mean, I think that's true for most people. Why take different names? How to get so sweaty and creative names? Just think of something, whatever. Ugh. Don't pressure yourself that much with it. It's not that relevant.
Enemy armor is hit.
What the hell is actually going on with these YOLO bots there? No! I mean, they are stuck. So am I. What are they actually doing here? So weird. Take that.
Damaged.
They are pushing, but not really pushing.
We've damaged
It's
them.
like the worst push I've seen in a long time.
The gun's damaged. We can't fire accurately.
Oh my gosh, okay. And I'm playing like a bot as well. But okay. This guy's going to die now. Not on this shot, but on the next one. Oh, 89 seconds.
Cover for him. We're immobilized.
And because of that, I take another shot. Enemies might still win, honestly.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Hey, let's just dive down here. There's no TD to the side, I believe. Why don't you just attack? Maybe I should just run away right now. Because my teammate is absolutely not going to help me. Yeah, let's fall back. Yeah, okay. Okay, did not get spotted. Nice. I will have to camp as well. Oh, the light tank, RHM, is still alive. Since the start with no hit points. Okay, let's wait until my loader is back. The problem is that we don't have any spotters because the KPZ is just a dump nutsack. He's not dying, so at least something.
Enemy hit.
Come on. Just spot a little bit. Like, go there. Spot. Text affirmative, but 100% sure he's not going to move. Hey, XM is doing something. Okay, that's not exactly where I expected an enemy to be. Torino is peeking. KPZ is moving. Oh. Nice.
Armor destroyed.
Important kill. Getting rid of the light tanks. And I'm still spotted. Oh my gosh, that was just a bit too early to move. Well, like 1 second. Potentially I got a blind shot even, but I started moving as I was still spotted. Why are you turning your turret to the side, man? Oh no. And look at him just staring. Oh my gosh, that's honestly so painful to watch. Next one. I will go back to the chieftain. Has anyone called you by your game name in real life? Well, my girlfriend doesn't want to. But no, actually at the Gamescom, yes, I believe. No, we switched to using standard names or real names fairly quickly, I believe. Accuracy of Doom. But I hit. Ah, E4, okay. I want to help on the medium side. But I don't think that's possible. Nope. I cannot cross over safely. Then I'm in crossfire. Very nice. Okay, and we won the left side anyway, so I can keep going over here. Push up behind the enemies. Hey, Hans Wurst. One more in. Oh, they're actually turning away even. Kind of a mistake. And they still have an East 60p somewhere. On C's, I guess. $500. Alright. Where the heck is he? Is he AFK? No, on C. Hi Adonis. Let's just go closer. And he's pushing in. What are you doing? Pro player. Camping whole game and then pushing in. In what world does that make any sense? Hi Maxi as well. Alvin saying, I got killed in a room because all say a random look you have bot name. Oh dude. Don't care that much about what people think about you. Honestly, it's not worth it. You are not going to enjoy yourself like that. Let's just downvote this guy. Like, come on. That was... yeah, let's not use any bad words, but it was stupid. It was really stupid. Decline. Okay. Again, the chieftain, after I messed up on last game. Elvin, if you want a very stereotypical game, name for the game, why not just go ask ChatGPT or so? Seek some inspiration, but honestly, it's not going to be authentic then, and it should be still yourself, your own name. I just... I don't know, it sounds like you're trying too hard. I mean, what's wrong with the name you're having? The thing is that what makes it sound like a noob name is probably just a number in the back. Like if you just put a dash in front, like how's it called, the dash to the bottom. And just kill the number. That would be enough. You go away. Using tungsten rounds there to make sure I don't low roll. Excuse me, teammates? Why do you allow him to run already? Okay. Using Copilot only. Okay, that doesn't work then. Yeah, I'm also cringing a little bit at the thought of creating a name or choosing a name with the help of ChatGPT. But of course, that's what it's there for. helping with creative blocks.
We've damaged them.
Okay. Hi, Dead Nguyen. Just player name, yes. There are also a lot of pros who choose some beginner's name on purpose just to not get focused. So also keep that in mind. But I think they are just having a bit much of an ego and they're actually not getting really focused because of their name. They are rather getting focused because they are overestimating their skill and just getting way too aggressive. A37 Orc is a beginner name, yes. No, it's a pro name for sure. Sounds like Predator, true Predator. One to be afraid of. Okay, let's just go med side again. You notice that I'm talking less about what I'm actually doing here, because the session is proceeding already. Let's try to have a shot. Hey, that was close. Not close enough, I guess. 2 AFKs, by the way. Okay, I should ignore the E4 and kill the side. Very nice. As usual, is to just spot the center, but kill the flanks. Absolutely has to be done. If I stay here and go for the E4, then the 30B is going to farm me from the side all the time. I can go kill him without the E4 going for me, or if the E4 went for me, then my teammates would definitely be helpful. 30B, you are actually just going to die there. Sorry, that's not working out though. Oh! Bro, really? Is he going to YOLO me now? Thank you. Smart. I guess I should go. Oh! My people need me. By the way, if you want to fall down like that and don't want to lose any damage, try to land on your side. But I just did not really bother to take the time here. I mean, I'm still 2 shots, luckily. But yes, mostly you don't want to lose any hit points as long as the game is not over yet. Nice. Elaborate and unique names gather a lot of attention. Are there really people who think like, oh, that name sounds really cool, I gotta be afraid of that player and not care about him? Or the opposite, that sounds like a pro name, I've got to focus him badly? I don't know if that works like that and if it's really noticeable on the gameplay. Mostly people YOLOing me are just messing up their own game.
Let's go.
Let's help on the med side. Memcola. Okay, that's good to know. Memcola is a good player on the other side. I know him, so if he is not going for the medium side, I can play the medium side very aggressively. So let's just go. Face on. Ammo rack damage on the first shot. But also, the other side is already suffering. No! Man, he could be dead by now. But it's the only TD that the enemies are having. So I will just keep going. Nice. Yeah, the enemies are also being super aggressive on the other side and are making good progress there. So we should definitely try to kill those ASAP. Proc, can you have one more shot, please? Thank you. There was still a bad shit in the background over there. I'm not really willing to aim in for a long time, not with a bad shit in the back, but we should probably try to kill our spawn. Type 71 and the bad shit are really going to be tough nuts to crack. In the enemy spawn, we can really not go for them, so if we get to kill this guy, then we are likely winning the game. I mean, this guy and the Yo. Those are the weak spots on the enemy formation. And also they put themselves into really bad spots, especially E6 is really out of position there. We have points as well, that's good. Okay, let's try to spot over here what type is moving. Nice. We still have the points. Even though we lose one there. We get 600 points right now. That actually might still change, right? Bad shit is probably on A. Could also be the... No, the Yo is down. Okay, then it's a bad shit. That's good to know. Okay, I hope the bad shit is penetrating. Good. Yeah, E6 did a big mistake by crossing over deep down into our spawn there. Hello? Come on, try to spot me. Come on. Come on. Oh. But no spore liner. But he's going to die to the other one. Yeah. Okay. Chieftain, worked out. This was the only good game though. But you could see like the power is when you get to use the hash. That's not always easy to make use of. But you can get some very nice farming games in a Chieftain for sure. I will quickly need some water, be right back. Callisto saying, I find that clanless player either pro or noob. I don't think that helps to know that it might be either or. Just not the average player, you're saying? I mean, yes. I get the point. Socio, yeah, just asking if 50B is considered a Heavium. Yes, I also included it in the list today. So going for it. Still having 3 more tanks ahead, I believe. The VZ, the 113 as well. Then comes the 50B. Maybe there was another one, not sure. Does this one even fit? It's not really a Heavium anymore, I guess. Or is it? It's too slow? I don't know. Is it a Heavium? Of course, there is no very precise characterization of Heaviums. Apart from fast heavies with little amounts of hit points, a few hit points. What is actually wrong with these light tank players? What the hell are they doing? It makes no sense at all. Instead of them just running away, they are doing this. I don't think this really fits as a Heavium. I think I will just skip it. I don't like it anyways. I mean, it's a rather high alpha tank. And not as fast as I remembered it would be. Can we kill this side here? As we're getting flanked. Oh. Yeah, we are about to lose this one. Teammates are really not making any progress to the front. Can we go in here now? I think yes. Let's just trade one more time with them, maybe. And then I can cross over. Yeah, that's a problem. The other one shooting from the other side. But now I'm in safety and I can properly support this side and we can kill this flank. This will be huge. This will help us so much. Nah, man, we're not winning this one. Like, teammates just dying everywhere. YOLOing in one by one. Not how to do it. We had a nice opportunity of killing the enemy spawn there, killing the camping TD position. If everyone just moved in simultaneously, right, like they were doing here, and as the enemies were overpeaking, they should have been punished. But you can see the T-51 here moving down there. Oh, I don't know if he died early on. Not sure anymore. Let's not blame him specifically. Yeah. Teammates just disappeared. But okay, I will just ditch it from the Heavium list. Oh yeah, we still get the Streetswagen then. Hey, Net Force as well. Okay, 113. If you want to see more of that tank, I actually streamed 111.5A and 113 in a double stream not too long ago. And I do see that I've got E6 moving to the other side. Let's play this one passively again. This one's the perfect position for playing passively here. I mean, I can side scrape and I can escape towards the center, towards the medium side still if needed. We have an advantage on the medium side now. I can still hold here very nicely if the enemies are over pushing, which I kind of expect them to do at some point. after capping. I could also stay behind that house for a passive spot, but there I would be absolutely trapped in case enemies are all going in. Of course, also where the Rhinoceronte is also works pretty well for a passive position. Nice. But I like being a little bit more aggressive than that. Simply for the reason of having the chance of just moving around a bit more here. You know what, I'm going to push. This guy is soon on a reload. And I want to make use of that. Only has one more shot. Big mistake by 50B. Okay. And now they're pushing. A bit late, I would say. Nice. Let's hide here behind the I-7. He's trying to run. Yeah, compared to the other Heaviums, the 113 is surprisingly good at side scraping. Not 100% reliable because you have the front, which is penetrable with good penetration values. But yeah, you can just side scrape and really out-trade opponents with a DPM. You can also play hull down, but you lack the gun depression, so what you need to do is to just play around the hulls. You cannot peek from above, because then you lack the gun depression, so you need to be sneaking around the hills, which often is a bit of a disadvantage, but it can also work to some great extent. Do I go medium side? No. I'll go on heavy side. Oh. Do I just still go in? You know what, let's go. A bit risky with the TDs, of course. But I'm well aware that we are losing the medium side. And then we will be stuck here. Oh shit. No. Okay. But hey, teammates are going in for the RV now. I kind of motivated them to push in. Not great for damage, but hopefully securing the win. If teammates just proceed to go in. Where did the Kranwagen suddenly come from there? Was he camping first? Mediums are also aggressive to the back there. It's tricky to win still, and we're committing way too many tanks to one 6 HP down there. Like, guys, you are blocking each other. You have too many tanks in a bad spot. Bottom, low ground there, and the 50B is in the middle. No! Oh, man. Oh, man. This is not good. But okay, they're moving back. At least he's using his brain now. But not aiming. You have an inaccurate gun, man. Aim. Come on. You got him tracked. That's good. Nice. Hurry, you are getting crossfired. Okay. Okay, it's not possible to win. They just moved into really bad spots there then. With current teams going in first aggressively is a gamble. Yes, of course, it was a gamble that I went for here. I wouldn't say it's about current teams, because teams have always been on basically the same level. And they are no worse today as usual. But yeah, of course, I was quite fast to go in without much support. And you could see the enemy mediums moving into our spawn still very quickly. Basically, I needed to be that fast if we were going for a push, but I could not count on the push to work out. So maybe it would have been smarter to just try to shoot someone crossing over and then turn around towards the medium side. That would have been better. Then I could still kill the mediums approaching us from behind. And enemies were forced to push in, and the ones pushing in are often the ones who are just struggling the most. Too much tactical ambition. Okay. Medium lineup. I believe I should probably just... I mean, I can either push hard on the heavy side or I go medium side. Let's go medium side. So you're actually liking the tier list video. Nice. Thank you. I'm glad that I could actually make some people happy. Although, I mean, at the start, most people have been happy in the comments as well. And then, of course, some people get very offended. Ah, I called my favorite YouTuber a noob. Basically, that's what I understood and nothing else. And then also some YouTubers dropped in. They were so offended. Instead of just thinking about what I was criticizing. No.
Darkman_SMX became a member.
Nice coincidence that Darkman became a member. Gifted membership from Nice Shot.
Martin Prince became a member. Chef
Nice shot.
Mario became a member.
Oh. Okay,
Cloud
overpeaked,
Udinu
so.
became a member.
Okay. Still kind of worth it if we go in now. This guy's 2-shot already. Come on. Nice shot. Thank you so much. Again. So guys, I'm taking all the shots here and now my driver is dead. I really need some support with a push. Pretty please. Oh, sure. I'm a one-shot, but I mean, yeah, I made this push possible. Now I need to chill. And I need my driver back. Oh, B is getting capped. Brave move by the opponents, but it might also drag some of our teammates into really bad positions if they are going to decap or attempting to do so. Finally. They are doing some weird stuff there. They have the caps, but they are moving into the middle of the map. It's really not good for them. Yeah, they are making themselves easy targets there. Nah, okay. Alright, what was I about to say? Callistra. Oh, it's all my tank bad. Oh man. I'm actually surprised how few people responded to what I said about tanks in the tier list, or the fact that I criticized creating tier lists in general. That was something that people seemingly have not watched at all. They were just going on to just say, hey, my tank is not there where I want it to be. I cannot see everything right at the end without watching the video. How bad is that? Someone was calling me out for being a YouTuber for... was like... No wonder this guy has 8.3k subs. Thumb down, thumb down, thumb down. And I was like, interesting. Actually, to me, 8.3k is quite a lot. I'm actually, even though there are always bigger ones out there, but we've got 50 people watching here. That's a lot, if you think about it. Like, if I try to think of how many times I've spoken in front of 50 people in real life, I don't know if I've ever done so. No, I've never been on a big stage. Benjamin.
Holy moly!
Holy moly!
Banjo _ man _ super chatted 10 euros. Damn the haters.
Thank you. But just to finish my point here, I've been pretty nervous when I spoke in front of my class in school, in front of my university. Well, in uni I've been on some presentations, now similar group size, 20-30 people. I think that's what people can relate here. If you hold a presentation in class, it's something like that. If you ever did so, probably we all did. 30 people. And on these streams you get to 50 people, sometimes 60, 70 on regular streams, tournament streams way beyond that. It's actually crazy to think about. If you imagine that all of these people would be in the same room, all of us watching here, all of us being together, that is actually a lot of people. And it would be even more if you consider that many people are watching offline, because people are just coming and leaving all the time. So in the end, we end up with like 1,000 people. The school I've been to had 700 people. I've never seen all of those together in one place. I think that is a huge number. If I get 1k views on a video already. For YouTube terms, that's not a lot. But I still am quite impressed by that. So if someone tries to insult me by saying that I have 8,000 subscribers, that doesn't work. Of course, more is always possible. And at some point you have 100k subs and 60k views or so. What? Yeah, of course there's more. But doesn't mean that any less people than that would not have any value. Hello? Oh man, what a bad HE. 432 only. No. And again, a low roll. But we need to do some cleanup here. We're losing the heavy side. And typical Heavium move here. just going med side, killing the meds quickly, and by that the game is already mostly won. The most dangerous tanks are dead then. Although we also suffered quite a lot here. We're still about to lose a BZ. The BC is hopefully not dying anymore. Okay, Sheridan actually running. Could have killed the Batchet there. Maybe the Batchet is still going to kill himself by just chasing. I definitely want to shoot him so he's not able to run for free. Okay, good. We have an even amount of tanks, surprisingly, but we have got a C-cap. TVP and Batshit both one shots, that's not good. Can I maybe track him? Yes. Might help. Also gets rid of one repair kit. I have a lot of hit points, I should be at the front line, but honestly, it's not looking like I would survive the front line because my teammates might die very soon. And I have a nice opportunity for cross-firing here. Let's hold this spot for now. Focus low hit point tanks. Nice. I think I could just go in. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's just go kill 183 if I can. Otherwise I can just 1v1 this dude. That's fine. The other one's going to come kill the FV without me taking a shot, hopefully. Yeah, okay, nice. Rip. Nice. And I'm still almost full life. I saw Calestro saw someone check my stats and call me fraud of bot matchmaking because they checked the wrong run. Ah, okay, I did not see that. Where was that? But yeah, obviously I have an NA account as well with the same name, Nino, not the N90. And then I have the N90 on EU, and there is an N90 on NA, which is not myself then. Yeah, it's a cameo. And so maybe someone just looked at my NA account that I just played like late at night with ping. Can also be the case. That's not particularly impressive. Never give up futures. What do I think about a rammer? I mostly go for rammer on most tanks. That is absolutely fine. I only go for calibrated shells if I feel like that is a significant advantage. And if you feel like you are suffering with a rammer on any tank, then go for calibrated shells. I'm not going to talk you into that, because rammer needs a bit more skill to make it work. If you want to play for DPM instead of penetration, then you need to be a bit better with the positioning already. I personally always played with calibrated shells at the start, and then at some point I had the 140 and the T62A. One tank is great at applying hull down against some heavy tanks as well, like an E100. The other tank, the 140, often gets penetrated into the turret when you do so. So I tried to force myself to avoid that kind of bad behavior, and I just played rammer on the 140 and tried to adjust my playstyle in a way that I could shoot the enemies from behind and would not even bother trying to shoot them from the front. And that actually was very helpful for my understanding of Blitz. So for a while I did just play the light tanks and medium tanks with no armor with rammer, and the tanks with armor with calibrated shells, so that I played some tanks further to the back, to the flanks of the enemies, and some tanks further to the front. Nowadays I'm fine playing everything with rammer, and most good players also play almost everything with rammer. Some exceptions to be made, of course. Some specific tanks and also some pro players do like to play everything with calibrated shells as well. That those people exist. But if I look at the best players that we have in the game, they mostly play with the rammer as well. Do whatever you feel like is best for you. That's the advice I can give you on that. Also on supercharger versus enhanced gun line drive, that's also absolutely up to personal taste. That one, there are some tanks where it matters. Mostly it's just also something where there are disadvantages and advantages to each. The difference is mostly insignificant. On light tanks, for sure, you should not take enhanced armor. On heavy tanks, sometimes it makes sense to go for it. On some medium tanks, it might make sense if you have angled armor especially. But honestly, it's almost insignificant. Okay, 50p. And yes, Net Wars is absolutely about the tier list video that caused a little bit of a drama, which wasn't my intention, although the title obviously was clickbaity, but some people were deeply offended. Yep. Without watching the video. And Doodles made a video about my video then, and then he created a stream about my video as well, about my tiny channel, with like 1.5k views on my video, where I did not even call him out specifically, but he felt like he was so hurt by my views about tier lists in general, that he actually had to create a video about how bad my video was. I have not watched it, I cannot judge what he says, to be honest. Ouch. Oh my gosh, that was painful. I lost half my hit points for absolutely nothing. Just for getting up to my first spot position, because I started in the worst spawn ever. Typical for Normandy, that you just have this awful placement of the spawns, and now... Okay, nice. But I'm going to get wrecked here. 50B is shooting my back. I'm going to die. Okay, nice. Oh my gosh, seriously? Oh my gosh, I could not imagine this to work out like that. Okay, but I killed the IS-7 and the 60 TP completely died just for killing me. Oh man. Alright. Horrible map for me, horrible game for me, but in the end, it's likely to be a win. Net was missed all the drama. Well, you didn't miss much. I mean, the first few minutes of the video I explained why tier lists are pretty bad to make, why they don't really have a point. And then I thought it would be fun if I still created a tier list and tried to slightly improve it, but still being well aware that it would not be absolute and not make a lot of sense. Also, I did some little mistakes, of course. I think I still did less mistakes than other tier lists, but at least it was being a little bit more honest about it. And people just read the title and just looked at the end result, which was kind of chaotic because of a lack of technical skill and effort put in to really create graphics on my own, but yeah, it was way over dramatized. Nice. And you could see once Jules made a video, a lot of people were just... Okay. A lot of people were coming to downvote my video and sometimes insult me or say stuff. Yeah, that's the kind of Jules community out there. Oh, speed boost. Gotta be afraid of that. To the right side there's FE405. I should not forget, but he seems to be gone now. So let's move up here. Because enemies are still killing A. Oh, there's still DRV. -1. Let's just trade. Oh. Okay, we're winning anyways. Oh, failed HE when this guy is an AP2 shot. Smart. Okay. Whoop. I guess you can still do stuff. But Streetswagens. Never give up future saying my favorite Streetswagen K DPM, so cool. Honestly, it's so bad in my opinion. I think you can still enjoy it, but you can just play the T95 E6 and have something way better. Streetswagen has been blatantly OP in the past and it got nerfed to oblivion for good reason. I don't blame Wargaming for doing this kind of stuff. I mean, sometimes tanks are good, sometimes tanks are bad. That's how it is. So... yeah. Streetswagen nowadays has... Okay, the DPM is not bad, but it's not great. Accuracy is nice, but the mobility isn't good and it doesn't have any armor. And if you have no armor, you need really high damage output and good mobility, because otherwise you cannot avoid taking damage. If your mobility is not good enough to outrun opponents, well, what happens is that the enemies are just going to come at you and shoot you, and then you need to bounce shots. And if you can't, you're done. Wait, what are the hit points now? That's 2.5k. It's still not that bad, but no. Let's just saying he's pathetic view farmer. Call Nino out versus working at McDonald's. I would choose the first. Okay, that's a fair point. I will also call myself out before working at McDonald's. No shame for the workers who are working there. Someone's gotta do the job. Although, probably I would work rather at McDonald's than doing rage bait content and insulting others on the internet. Yeah, I think the McDonald's worker has a more honor-filled profession. Average influencer versus McDonald's worker. I mean, average influencer YouTuber is not like rage content, insulting others, toxic kid, So I guess let's not say it like that. Maybe we can just track him and kill him. Yes. Reactive armor doing the job. Very nice. We have nice 7 who got armor right. Must not have had a lot of... must not have been hit all that often yet. But hey, that was a pretty nice for me so far. We can kill this guy. Oh, no spore liner. That's pretty cool. HE is great on the 50B. But so it is on the E100. I'm afraid. Can we just... Yeah, okay, I'm not turning for E100. Was expecting my teammate to get rid of the guy there. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I can shoot him once. Good. Hi, Skip. Good evening. Let's hopefully not get killed when peeking. Nice. I can still reload. Ned for saying, did not think it was fair to nerf it into Oblivion. Maybe it was nerfed too much, but I think it's fine to just have some really OP tanks become worse then. Otherwise the meta would just be boring. Okay, could actually be nice. Okay, let me just quickly read up on the chat there. Yeah, ace, nice. Surprised that Xero got mad, seems like chill guy. Yeah, I was posting pretty long comment on my tier list video that he was also offended by it. But he was remaining civil. I mean, I understand that. If people put in a lot of work into tier lists, then of course they don't like being called out with a title like that. But the content of my video has not been offensive to anyone at all. That I can absolutely not say. No one can say that, I believe. I think I had some well thought out reasons to criticize tier lists in general. But he also did not watch it. That was pretty obvious from the comment. He did not watch my criticism of tier lists and just said he was just complaining that I called out other tier lists to be nonsense and then created one for myself and said, yeah, just because you have 200k games, you're not better than me. But that's not what I said. I said everyone max paid tier lists, even the best players. I mean, kind of. Kind of what I said. Not exactly. I said it was not possible to make a good tier list. I believe. Was I not clear enough about it? I don't know. To be honest, I was also a little bit just confused. Not only confused, I was also just thinking maybe I did something wrong in not being clear enough about about what the hell are these guys doing and why they're not fighting for the hill. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is so awful. Okay. Finally, my teammates are moving up, and I can run away into safety. Okay. What I was about to say was that I was a little bit... First of all, I was fine with the criticism because it was to be expected that people would criticize my... Oh, sorry. My video. But a lot of criticism came in, a lot more than I expected. Oh no! I was too early. I was actually intending to use my reactive armor here. Oof. Did not really expect him to look at me. Not sure if he's reloaded. Do I have to reload? Oh my gosh, that was close. I guess reactive armor was helpful here. Let me get out of here. I might try to surprise a CC from the side. I think I still have to do something. Because the E3 is pushing into his demise. Yeah. Good. Stop looking at me. Two one-shots. I can still win. Okay, now he's also one-shot. Good. I might run away and play it safely, but I have a bush here. So I think he's trapped, so I can just put myself up here and wait for him to move out anywhere. He cannot do much. Exactly. Hi, Shannon models. Funny how he's flexing his bench top 8 profile backgrounds and camo. To be honest, I did not really play through top 8. But I certainly have more tournament experience than Jules. Because I mean, I've not been playing tournaments actively for that long. Some years on PC, where I was actually leading teams, and sometime about 1 year only where I played in various pro teams. And I was rather inexperienced in high-level tournaments. I was just joining my first good tournament team, just starting on touch, which was Raid, which was a top 8 team back then, and they still had a lot of players who were formerly champions, but not at the height anymore. But I still learned a lot. It was the most boring kind of playstyle I ever did, because they had complete lack of creativity when it came to strats, honestly. They were just like, okay, we're going to do the same thing that worked in Twister 2019 and we're going to stick to it forever. Those strats were good, we're never going to change them. And so we played the same strats the whole evening, every evening. for months. Every time the same strategy. And it just worked out in like 60% of the cases. Not even. Yeah, they did not make it into top 8 anymore then. That was my first pro team that I've been in. It was really not the most fun, but I learned a lot there. And it was still a pleasure and also to some parts an honor to play with some people who have won a Twister Cup and to have that kind of experience to learn from. Then I was joining BPS, where we did not make top 8. First, we just played on... well, we were doing quite well early on in the season, and then in the end we had a rematch. We won already, and then it was a rematch for technical reasons because some other match was having technical difficulties. So the whole day was repeated, and the second time we played against the same team, we lost. So we did not make top 8 because of that stupid mistake, and we had no reason and no motivation to continue anymore. And then also BPS got a lot of very experienced pros in there because there was the sponsorship incentive. So super experienced players of top 4 with many cups won already joined our team, and I was suddenly benched while I was co-caller previously. That was not a lot of fun. So I mean, I again was in a situation of learning from others but not getting to play. That's always the thing. Do you want to be one of the top players in a bad team or worse team? Or do you want to be a bench player irrelevant in a top team? And one you learn a lot theoretically and one you learn a lot practically. Both have their advantages and disadvantages. But I learned more theoretical stuff then, and I still helped out the BPS team when they had the absolute top team. That won 4 seasons in a row. I was still often spectating their trainings. I was helping out in the qualification stage, not ending up playing because I already was streaming at that point. And I still occasionally helped out on some other teams, tested to play there for about 3 months or so, a couple, not that many. A couple of weeks I played on another team again, Val, which ended up 6th. Their players then ended up in APA, and also Aqua, I believe, yes, and Serenity later on. They also were super good players whom I partially knew already, and I again learned a lot, but I was just not having the practical experience to be a core player in the role that I wanted to play. So I had to think, do I just focus on tournament stuff and really commit to it, or do I just play random games and stream that and stream the tournament then? I mean, that's a tough choice then if you can be potentially bench player, potentially core, if it's just not sure and you have to think of whether to do that or stream. Okay, that's actually too much here. But I can still... Oh, failed to switch. Come on. Oh, nice. Yeah, and when QQ was playing, I'm friends with Days, and I spectated them a lot whenever I was not streaming. I was spectating their team. And also QQ ended up 2nd twice. So I definitely learned a lot over there as well, and my whole team is just doing whatever. Okay, let's put out the clip here. Oh my, okay, that's a surprise. But I have to run away. That's the thing. I can still shoot, and then I have to oh no. That's bad. Come on, teammates, maybe turn. Why are they continuing to move forwards? It makes absolutely no sense. Like, E3. You were right with me and you moved on to cap bases instead of helping. Wow. You're definitely going to win on caps. Just like these guys, you're just... Oh man, you're moving into the enemy spawn for no reason. Ugh. Okay, a lot of chat going on there. Solid drama, I will put it in B tier. Oh, I'm deeply offended by a B tier. Let's discuss that. F tier, please. Tier list isn't all that bad. You hear good and bad thing about all drinks. What? Tanks? You could decide what to acquire. Yeah, I think it's also just like that. Just tier lists are only good for just talking a bit about tanks and giving a little bit of an overview, giving a bit of an insight on what tanks feel like, how they compare to others, who they are for. That was the sole intention of talking about the tanks there for me. Not everyone was looking for the same thing, of course. Some people just wanna go for hard facts, discuss what is better against another, and it's just not possible to say what is the best. Just like you cannot say what's the best car. Best car in the world. Would there be an answer to that? I highly doubt so. Especially since you also have to keep in mind that not everyone can afford every car. And not everyone can drive every car on a racing track. Not everyone needs a sports car. Not everyone needs a truck to just drive their cows around or whatever. I mean, it's the same with Blitz. Who would you call best comp player in history of Blitz? Oh, in history of Blitz, that's a tough question. I know that Ufpenjaj is super experienced and won as many cups as no one else, but he's not on the height of his level anymore. But he is definitely among the very top. And I also had the honor to play with him for a season, just backtied some trainings, and I mean, I was playing the qualification and just getting to know some of his gameplay knowledge. But there are other callers who have similar experience, probably. Probably not quite as much, because Ufpenjaj he's a full-time esports player. He on Russian server you earn a lot of money to be full-time. Enough to be full-time. And you can also, I mean, also the cost of living is way lower than in EU. Also, Ufpenjaj played on different servers as well, like on EU server and on RU server, and won everywhere. Not all the time, but he won cups everywhere. Especially on CIS, where he has been one of the first tournament players in the game and has been winning ever since. I think it's time for some more Streetswagen games. I'm not even talking much about the tanks anymore, but it's also fun to me to talk about that kind of stuff right now. Then there's also Uni, who is... oh my gosh, I completely forgot I wanted to reach out to him again for an interview. Which he already agreed on, but I forgot to reply again. Yeah, Uni also, like, super OP tournament player at the moment. Caller of APA. And then there is the caller of Jokers. Zerd also mentioned him being super experienced and super strong. Yeah, Zerd, of course, is also up there among the very top. Okay. So I'm stuck. Do I cross over? I gotta pee. Let's go. He got himself stuck there. Track, please. Let's try 2 for 1, hopefully. So can my teammates move up? That would be nice. Because we can kill... Oh. This is not good. Guys, why are you pushing to the center? Please no. Man. Oh, come on, man. This is so bad. People need to push from the left side, not from the center. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Need to avoid the TTs. Okay, nice. Thank you. And the E4 luckily moved down. Nice. But I'm still not having much of a chance here. Can I escape from the E4 now? I think... Oh no, there's another one. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, Griller. It took a while for E100 to move up here. Kranwagen. Ah, they just needed to go left and we would have easily killed this flank. They were so stuck. They were quite aggressive in the cap there. We had the opportunity to push onto them from various different angles. Okay, let's just sign full-time esports is Blitz and Blitz is crazy. Yeah, just think of it like OpenJudge can sit there, explore maps, and create stats strats all day. You can he also makes things a bit too complex. That's also what it was just backfiring in the past seasons. But I heard for some seasons he was having hundreds of strategies developed ahead of time. And on EU, people are very, very good with adjusting their positions. On RU, on the Russian server, they have the time to really talk about every single move that they are going to do. Everything is talked about in detail before they are getting into the game. So every scenario possible is being thought of there. In the best case. That's what you can do when you're doing it full time. Otherwise not, of course. Still, it's not guaranteed to work out a lot better. Do I go support Mets? Medium is coming over. Let's start passively and see what I can do then. Medium over here. Alright. For light tank. Kranwagen moving in. This is a great opportunity for me. If I can Ben. Okay, he empties his clip. Free kill. Okay, I'm not getting any L, but hey, fire. Nice. Worked out. Oh. Now, this tank is not absolutely horrible. I mean, it's probably much worse than others, but you can still play it. Oh, I bounced him. And I would say it's still a little bit of fun with that accurate gun. But the mobility is lacking too much. I don't like this. So guys, are we doing it? Are we going in here? Let's see if I can approach this VZ and E4 especially. No. Okay, exactly what I was afraid of. Max roll. Yes. Nice. Okay, I played every single tank that I wanted to play, and I got a P pretty badly. So either I quit now, or I just take a short toilet break and continue with some random games on random Heavium tanks. I think I will do that. Yeah, okay. Just give me 30 seconds, be right back. So how long did that take? I should take bets for toilet breaks. Okay, I just got here and it leaves. No, I'm back. I'm back. Don't leave again. Now I can play the tanks that I like, which is actually cool. Then I'll go back to FE215B. You know what? I'm actually interested to see the stats of the day. Let's see right now. I think I had some weird games. Yeah, okay. I had some good games, but also a lot of bad ones. 70% win rate at 3.1k average. Okay, that's really showing here that I was not fully focused. But to be honest, in the end, it's more about explaining stuff. Which I didn't even do that much on this stream. S-tier break in terms of speed, didn't realize you were gone. Deep Purple already so sleepy that he doesn't know whether I'm here or not. How many drinks did you have? Jules was saying I was insulting others. Really? Was he saying that on his video about my tier list? That's funny. Hello. Tungsten rounds for extra print. Doesn't work, I guess. Actually, pretty good game so far. Didn't take a single shot yet and put out 1.5k. Oh, we can kill the Fosh over here. Almost. Yeah, first shot that I take, first bad trade. But it's not really a bad trade because they don't have hit points over there and they are just dying one by one. Come on, reload. Nice. I'm farming. They can't do shit against me. Okay, this guy can do something. Thank you, guys. For real. Okay. Oh! I'm dead. Lol. Okay, I'm dead. Wait. You're not critical of wargaming enough, meaning they pay you to say good stuff about them. Huh. I mean, I guess you're quoting Mr. D there. Yeah, I don't know. Am I not critical enough? To be honest, I feel like I'm very critical, even though I try to see the positives. I often point out what is not working out, but just don't feel like talking about it all the time. And if something is really bothering me, then I just also mention it to Wargaming directly, and then I proceed to tell people on stream as well afterwards. But I want this game to be good. That's the difference. I don't want to make money with spreading negativity. That's... Yeah, I get so many toxic people coming in anyways. So many people are not happy with the game when they come to my live streams. I don't want to feed the trolls. I want to allow every viewer to have a better time in Blitz. Not make them have an even worse time. Or you guys. Like, if I tell you how crap this game is and you start believing me, and then all your focus about is just finding more ways of blaming the game, then we could just all stop it. We could all just do something else instead and would have a much better time. I mean, sometimes if I'm not playing on stream, I'm just being super fed up with the games, and I also just feel like, okay, I would rather just quit right now and just not care about Blitz anymore. There's different stuff I could do which is more fun. That's what I would do. Pointless to continue complaining all the time. You can tell the devs to do better. Maybe they are actually improving the game. If they are not, it's time to quit. If you cannot get along with the game as it is. Also, you can always think about if maybe you can change your approach to the game in order to have a better time. I mean, I'm not saying you should forget about every negative aspect. Being critical is valuable. Okay, there might be 183 behind, so I'm not going to pick here. Well, it's the same like people complaining about bad teams. This game simply is not about having good teams, it's just about adjusting to the bad teams. That's the true mastery of Blitz. I'm so afraid. Okay. Nice. Mako, I am Chip. Nice. Nice to see you back here. Now I know how you're called. Now I know your name. And I will find you. Hello? No, okay, a lucky penetration. They stole money from inactive accounts? What? What are you talking about? He has literally convinced people to quit with his over-the-top accusations and jumping to conclusions over the top hysterical complaining. Yeah. I mean, if I get people to quit, then they lose money because of me. Just talking about inactive accounts and stolen money. If anyone quits because I'm telling the game is bad and they are not enjoying the game anymore, they lost the value of the account, basically, which often is in the hundreds or thousands even. But if I get someone to continue with the game, they get to keep the money. If you think of the investment side there. If I make someone have a good time in Blitz, then it's a worthwhile investment. And I think that's also the reason why Wargaming supports the content creators, of course, like myself. I'm not getting any money, but still some support and some gold I do get as well, and some occasional invites and all that stuff, some early information. But yes, in a way, I'm actually securing your finances by securing your sanity. Okay, I won't say that's all me. That's maybe a bit too much. I don't want to step a line there. Are we going all right? Let's do it. Can we kill B? Three heavy tanks. That's a ton. And Foch as well. Progetto is having an awesome time there. He's enjoying it.
Enemy armor is hit.
And we are getting pushed from the other side already. You know what? I feel like it's now or never to escape here, because enemies will come from the left side. Nah.
Penetrate their armor.
Yeah, pushing B is honestly pointless. I mean, I can farm there, but... Okay, that was HE.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Okay, my teammates are going in. That works then. I'm afraid of getting pushed from behind. Oh, it's already happening. He's just... Oh my gosh, he could easily kill me.
We've damaged them.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Bail out. This vehicle has had it.
That was not smart what my teammates did there. Pushing that far around the enemies took too much time. We had some tanks to the center of the map that got killed from the left side. It was predictable. Like enemies having the medium side for themselves. Of course, they're going to run over the medium side and they're going to push, and then we are just getting shot from the left side. You've got to expect stuff like that to happen. If you don't, you end up like our two teammates. It's just... I mean, the Minotauro died immediately there. And then the next one. Progetto was already low on hit points because he messed up right at the start. Yeah. And us pushing onto the heaviest tanks possible. We also had strong tanks, but... Guys... That was just not it. Pushing behind them. Nope. And I had to turn back and kill the mediums. Okay. Let's go. Shannon, yes. That's correct. I'm German. T-57. That's risky to peek. They are super, super risky. Oh my gosh, okay.
Enemy armor is hit.
He's still not dead yet. I guess he's super lucky.
Penetration.
Ouch.
Hello, rack hit.
He's super lucky that there are no TDs to the right side. Enemies seem to be all in this corner here. And I'm actually trading worse than the T-57 is. But okay. I see something.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Nice. Okay. Actually...
We're stuck here. Frag repaired.
Actually, he did not shoot yet. Thought he did, maybe.
We've damaged them.
I cannot elevate my rear. Otherwise, he can penetrate the top of my turret. We're down too many tanks. Nice.
Enemy armor destroyed.
This is not good. Run! Oh my! Please no! I could need an ammo rack or two. Oh no!
Enemy armor is hit.
I can go hard down here maybe. Ah, no, man. Okay, rip.
Enemy
That's
armor is
GG's.
Driver's injured. We can't go very fast.
Mm.
Penetration. Reload. This vehicle is hit.
Yeah, there's the next one obviously as well. Nope, not winning anything here. Last two games? Okay, it's been just 2 games that I lost there. But absolutely no chance there.
Let's get this show on the road.
Do you feel like you still have somewhere to improve? I'm not playing perfectly. I've been playing on a better level, and at that point I was close to top 1, but not there yet. I was like among the best 3-5, I would say. Top 10 definitely. I had several tanks at above 4k, way above 4k. At a level that was actually... that was pretty good there. But I guess there are other players who were already at that level, but just didn't play the tanks at the same time. But doesn't really matter which rank I would be on or so. If it's even top 20, that would be amazing. Oof. The thing is, I don't play like top level for stats anymore.
Enemy armor is damaged.
For one, I'm streaming to explain stuff and I'm just not that focused, and I don't need to be fully focused on the game anymore. I'm a bit more relaxed about stats and stuff nowadays, and I'm fine with that. I mean, nowadays I'm just mostly playing in order to stream and to explain how the stuff is working here. I'm happy if I can show some great games, and if I can deliver a great show here in terms of that as well. But mostly my goal is to get people to understand it better. And to also just have some fun along the way.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
If I wanted to play top level, I would also have to play just short sessions, fully focused. Oh, okay. In the best case, without stream. And I would not be allowed to talk about anything else but the games. Even if I'm talking like right now about something else, that's just not possible to do if you want to have top level performance. I'm still trying to focus on the game, of course. But It would be a lie to say that I'm not distracted by it. Okay. I will go back to starting point.
Enemy armor is hit.
Okay, nice. Oh, I hit the weak side. So yeah, what I would have to improve on nowadays is just focus mostly, not the actual gameplay. I mean, not the theoretical knowledge about it, but just focus is lacking often. That gets me into bad positions, and then that results in a bit of overconfidence quite quickly. Peter is top 10 while talking the whole stream for 2 hours. Yeah, it does. I cannot do that anymore. As I've been starting to stream, I've also been on a better level, but I was not at 4K average, but I had like 3.6K was the minimum I was happy with on a stream, and for a long time that worked out. But even then, Peter has been on a better level. Yeah. I think I find talking while streaming a bit more distracting. Also, I'm streaming for longer sessions, like right now I'm on a 3-hour session. Yeah. It's okay to not be the best. Also, I don't know if age plays a role. Peter is 19, is he saying there? Just young and fit. I've also been more fit when I was 18. That can also be said there. Although I'm 27 now, I shouldn't be much slower than an 18-year-old. It's fine if someone's better than you. Saying that with a crying eye. Yes, sometimes that's how it is. But I gotta say that I'm not capable of competing in terms of player level with others, with every top player out there. Even with, I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, at least there's one bounce. Okay, not that one. Next. But yeah, in terms of content, I'm not only trying to compete in terms of player level and skill level with others. That's just not the sole point of originality, I would say. Although that is something that gets you views quite easily, quite quickly, I am happy to say that I'm not only being watched for playing on super level. Look at other content creators of Blitz as well. It's mostly not that they are just popular for the amount of skill that they are having. And it's a pain if you're only popular for skill. It gets you to be very stressed about it. I've been much more stressed in the past when streaming. Nowadays I'm quite relaxed and I'm actually enjoying it. I mean, I was kind of enjoying it back then as well, but if you are forcing yourself to be above 3.6k average, or have more like 3.8k, then you know you get disappointed when you're not performing for once. And NetForce, have a good one, see ya. So what happened there is that I also deleted streams if I did not perform, just like Peter does, because it starts becoming an ego problem then. Okay, there was a mouse unspotted. Yes, I'm doing very well right now. I'm talking about skill level, and that's just what I'm doing here. But yeah, there has been a time where I was also just always trying to have good stats only, was tracking stats, was deleting bad sessions, and was really disappointed after a few bad games. And that's also when you start getting angry with the teams. That's when you are not really enjoying the time anymore. And like right now, I'm a little bit disappointed by the games that I'm having, also because I'm rather tired already. But nonetheless, I don't want to just have it impact me completely, just for me not being able to handle not being top level. That's... yeah. If you are known to have to always be on the highest level possible, then you cannot have a bad day. Okay. Let's kill him. And move out of the middle, because enemies are about to kill me. Oh no. No. I get some backup if he pushes me. Not from that side. CRV's on the... okay, nice. No! I could see him on the mini-map. I was just moving forwards already. Ah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Everybody gets irritated and frustrated. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes we all do. Just that I try not to be anymore. I mean, that's also where German streamer RIP R1B Blino is actually doing a great job, just being a chill guy, just explaining what's happening and not being too bothered by bad teams. He's been streaming for much longer than myself, and I've watched him in the past quite regularly as well. Oh my gosh, double fire. I think that to me is what you should be doing as a streamer. Can we go for him? It would be so nice. But we can't because people are sleeping. Oh no. I think I can just continue to farm right now. No. What the heck is that? 460? Okay. Still alive, and if he pushes me, he's going to lose a ton of hit points. Maybe die for it. Uh-oh. Is he stuck, maybe? I couldn't move my tank, unfortunately, anymore because of the battery warning. But hopefully he's dying for it if the eyesight is going for him. Okay, not possible. But we're winning. Hi Adam. I've not been focusing on surviving. Yes. My 4.8 on E6 is crazy. Shannon, good night. I think I should also quit. It's midnight right now. And honestly, I'm just not having the focus anymore to talk and play. And I'm getting tired, and I should be going to bed, same as you should. I don't know what time it is for you. Maybe for some of you it's still early. Problem is, I'm actually getting hungry again right now. That's bad. Okay everyone, I will end here. Hopefully this one's going to be a win still. But I assume so. Maybe. We might honestly still lose this. Kill him. No! Leo, run! You have the points! You have the points, man! Oh my gosh, that 183 seriously bouncing 704. And Leo high rolls on the freaking Kranwagen. OMG. If the Kran just went for the Leo. And FV penetrated, we would have lost. Okay everyone, it's been a pleasure to stream for you once more, and thanks for watching. By the way, if you have not liked the stream yet, I would be happy if you still left a thumbs up, and I will be happy to see you back soon. I don't know exactly yet when I'm going to be streaming again. I will not be streaming on the 26th. I might, yeah, I will still find some days for sure in this week. So, have a good day still, have a good evening, have a good night. I will see you guys soon. And also, next video is about to come, which will be a map guide again about Ghost Factory. So, goodbye. Cheers.